Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. Hello. And our energy mantra for today is I expand into the healing principles of freedom, allowing, and possibilities. And today, we are still working with Jupiter newly in Capricorn, and I definitely have some energies that I want to bring forth. If you did not watch yesterday's scope, I highly suggest you do because Jupiter will be in Capricorn for a year and it gives a good overview of a lot of the energies we'll be working with. But one really strongly came through today and I was like, oh, we will talk about that. But before we go there, I want to talk about Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars are sextile today. So sextile is a helpful connection. It's like Venus and Mars are bringing the best out of each other. We have Venus in Capricorn. So Venus in Capricorn is making self-care very embodied. It's very much on the physical realm. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you practicing self-love 3D responsibilities? Like, what does your body need and how are you showing up for that? So we have Venus on that practical, grounded Earth level. We have Mars moving through Scorpio. So Mars, young energy, young, which already equates to like our passions and desires in the sign of Scorpio that can represent the passions and the desires. So Mars in Scorpio can get a little heated, can get a little frustrated if those passions and desires are not being fulfilled. But with Venus laying down the groundwork, the 3D work of like, I'm taking care of myself, Mars has the balance, the freedom, even the energy to go for those passions, to fulfill them. And I love, it's funny because before I shuffled my cards, when I picked it up, I noticed on the bottom of the deck was the Lover's card. And when I picked it up, or not when I picked it up, when I did shuffle them and pulled the cards, the Lover's card was actually the first one that came out. And so I really do liken this to the Venus and Mars energy working together. Taking care of, nurturing the physical needs. And then from that grounded place, your intuition can then guide you deeper into embodying the passions, the desires, that energy that Mars needs to fulfill. So really strong, really nice energy in that. Do take some time to tune into your balance. What does your physical body need? In loving yourself, how can you show up for yourself? And then what does the passionate part of you want to do? Whether it's go dance in the rain or, make a big dinner, whatever that action is that feels the need at this time. So very nice energy there. The moon is also playing into Venus and Mars energy. So the moon in Pisces. So remember I mentioned that intuition piece? That's just heightening the intuition. Yes, the yin energy brings intuition, but moon in Pisces is like direct connection to spirit. I would also say with moon in Pisces, just do be aware of your sensitivities. Be tuning into yourself. Be aware of your boundaries. Sometimes Pisces energy can not do that. And be aware of any shadow energies arising. The moon can reveal that which is hidden. Moon in Pisces can bring up past life energies, karmic stuff to be processed. So this could be in regards to the yin or the yang energies. Like you may be like, oh, I really need to make this big dinner to feel good in my yin nurturing. And oh, but I don't want to put that work in, that kind of thing. Watch for those shadow kind of energies where you could potentially sabotage yourself. Where are you holding back the best of yourself from yourself? And why is that happening? So just be aware of that energy. Speaking of healing, wonderfulness, and the moon, we have the sun today at 11 degrees. So that energy mantra, Sagittarius expansion through the principles of freedom, allowing, and possibilities, really making sure you're holding space for that. We do have a square between the sun and the moon, but if you're holding space for freedom, for allowing, for the possibilities, that square is not really gonna bump you too much. I just had a thing come through really fast in my brain and then scoot on out. Let's see if it comes back. let's move on to the next thing that I did want to mention. Jupiter in Capricorn. A big energy that came through today was the energy of authority. Capricorn can represent authority. It can represent father, grandfather energy. It can represent, to some extent, even patriarchal energy, because it really does connect to like the structure of the world, which is been largely patriarchal in its nature. So with Jupiter in Capricorn, speaking about the principles of freedom, Jupiter loves the essence or embodies the essence of freedom. Capricorn, though, brings that authority. So the combination of the two, in its best, is like giving yourself the freedom of your personal authority. And yet, with Saturn in Capricorn, Saturn and Pluto coming together in Capricorn, and then Jupiter there, you may find some flare-ups happening here and there around this authority energy. Please remember, I say it at the end of every scope, you do have the power. You know, your authority is enough. And it's not to say that you can't, take suggestions. I don't want to say orders, but, you can work with others. You can do that, but do be aware of your power and your personal authority in this energy. I really think it's interesting that we have this energy of authority with Capricorn, and then when we move into Aquarius, we've got that rebellious energy. It's like, okay, we've explored authority and now rebellion. Jupiter in Capricorn's like, let's find a little balance in this and find the freedom in your own personal authority. All right, so let's look at these cards. Like I said, this card, very nice. The Lovers coming through, balancing your own yin and yang, and also noticing, the mirrors that are around you. 11-degree day, it is healing, and it can definitely bring forth the mirrors. Notice where you're not giving yourself the best. What is it that you need to offer yourself at this time? Can you honor your intuition and give yourself what's needed? It's interesting because I've got the mind and the consciousness card. Sagittarius really is very much a learner, thinker. Let it be conscious, everything that you're taking in. Does this resonate? Does this connect with myself? Tune into that energy. And again, trust your guidance on that. Don't forget your intuition and all this energy. Finally, I feel like this card always reminds me of Scorpio energy. It's like the shadow, but the light within the shadow and the willingness to be the explorer that goes there. Don't be afraid to go there as these energies come up. The yin is grounding us, giving us that self-care that we need to help whatever parts of us need to do that exploration. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. For that, I have 2020 year ahead readings, eclipse readings. We have our first eclipse on the 25th. Regular readings, holiday gift certificates. The holiday gift certificates are $5 off for any timed reading, half hour, 45 minutes, or an hour. So email me if you'd like one of those. Besides that, moment by moment, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.